Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Murray Center, where your Rhode Island College Anchorwomen are set to take on the Tufts University Jumbos in a non-conference matchup. Good evening, folks. Mike Giammarco, as always, alongside Andrew Spaziano. Thank you for joining us live on 90.7 WXIN and Anchor TV. And Andrew, playing a number 8 team in the country tonight. What does Coach Senecal have to do here tonight in order to secure the victory?
Well, I think he has to come out with a similar attitude that he did against Eastern Connecticut, Mike. I think you have to get off to a similar start and put this team on their heels, because really, you can't have a slow start against a team like this. They're going to take advantage of that, and they're not going to look back. So definitely trying to harness some of that momentum from that upset win on Saturday would be key in trying to have a similar success tonight.
Without a doubt. And Andrew, as we look at the lineups here, Tufts University, a pretty tall team. They have 6 players who are 6 feet or more, and that could certainly be used to their advantage, as Rhode Island College has 1 6-foot player and 2 who are listed at 5'11".
Yeah, definitely. It's just something you have to work around. I mean, you have to scheme around that. You're going to know that they have that added height, and obviously when you have added height, it definitely leads to a decrease in mobility a lot of times in players, just because the larger players and whatnot. So try to utilize the fast break a little bit, maybe would be a strategy that Coach Senecal could take. But I think just defensively, I think they're just going to have a bit of a hard time, as you said, trying to defend the play down low in the post, because they're going to be outmatched outside of really Devin Hill is really the only person that can match up body to body with them, and it's going to be difficult.
I think Phillips could also have a good game as well.
Oh, definitely. But I think it's going against a team like this is going to be experience. Phillips, obviously a young player. It's going to be difficult as a freshman just trying to deal with a team like this. I mean, she's played it all this year and whatnot, but still, it's a team that is pretty veteran heavy that they're going up against. Just it's a tough matchup all around for the Anchorwomen.
Absolutely. Last time these two teams played, the Anchorwomen fell 66-40 at Tufts on February 3rd of 2015. But for that, we'll take you courtside for tonight's national anthem and starting lineups.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, good evening and welcome to the Murray Center for tonight's game between the Tufts University Jumbos and your Rhode Island College Anchorwomen. At this time, please rise and move your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. And now tonight's starting lineups. First for the Jumbos of Tufts University. At guard, 5'3" sophomore, number 11, Lauren Dillon. At guard, 5'7" senior, number 10, Nicole Brooks. At guard, 5'8" senior, number 15, Emma Robinson. At forward, a 6-foot sophomore, number 33, Melissa Baptista. And at center, a 6'2" junior, number 24, Michaela North. Head coach of Tufts, Carla Marubi. And now starting five for your Island College Anchorwomen. At guard, 5'6" sophomore number 12, Jessa Rivera. At guard, 5'5" sophomore number 32, Rebecca Gonzalez. At guard, 5'7" junior number 10, Alex Moore. At forward, 5'11" freshman number 20, Molly Phillips. And at forward, a 6' senior number 21, Devin Hill.
So Andrew, we'll see that beginning of the year starting lineup with Rebecca Gonzalez back in there with Devin Hill, Molly Phillips, Jessa Rivera, and Alex Moore. Good to see that lineup again as Alex Moore was battling an illness and an injury of last game. Glad to see that she's back in the starting lineup tonight.
And definitely showed a lot of grit in that last game, despite the fact that she visibly wasn't feeling well. She powered through and finished the game for the most part, having to come out a couple of short times, but just a lot of passion there. Something else I think we need to touch on here, Mike, is the Tufts is allowing roughly 45 points a game to opponents. And we're talking about an Anchorwoman team that certainly has shown some offensive struggles this year, trying to get the ball in the hoop from the field. So it's really, I think it's gonna be a tough game. I think it's just gonna be, it's about scheming, I think, against a team like this. You know that they're gonna be a tough team to shoot against, so I think you just have to find ways to get people open, whether it's setting screens, you want to go with the pick and roll or whatnot. You just got to do something to create some space.
So it will be North and Hill to tip off. We are underway. Tufts winning the tip off. And Dillon with the ball. She passes it left side to Robertson. Robertson looking around and finds Baptista. Baptista passes it to Brooks. Brooks looking around for somebody, finds North. North passes back to the left wing. And Robertson hands it off to Brooks. Brooks passes it back. The three is no good from Baptista. Rebounded by Tufts.
He's got to get that. I think they just really need to get that rebound there. There was some nice defensive possession there. Played some tight defense, but you can't give a team that's as skilled as this second chances.
Foul is going to be called down low. It's going to be on Phillips. So it will be Tufts ball down low. Ball being moved around. Brooks passes it down low. North out to the corner to Baptista. Baptista tries to drive baseline, but it's shut down. Good defense by Phillips. And now Dillon passes it down low to North. North kicks it out. Back into the corner for three is good. Baptista knocks down the three.
I just think it was just a lot of inevitability there. You're playing some pretty good defense, but they're just a good team of passing the ball, and they're eventually going to find that open player. They really did on their first chance too.
As Hill goes up for two. Now Dillon brings it up the court. Dillon right side. Gonna get a foul on Rivera. Just gotta watch out for that contact.
Yeah, exactly.
Robertson to inbound.
You see Rivera getting a lot of foul trouble, unfortunately, because of the way she does play defense.
Robertson driving in on the right side, and another whistle is called.
3-second violation?
Looks
maybe?
like a 3-second violation. So Rivera will bring it up for the Anchorwomen. Rivera right side, behind the three-point line, passes to Moore. Moore at the top of the key, finds Phillips. Phillips looking around for somebody, finds Hill. Hill sizing up down low, passes it back out to Gonzalez. Gonzalez behind the three-point line, looks left side and tries to find somebody. And Moore is there to help. Moore drives baseline, kicks it out. Phillips for three. Got it.
Calling it 3, I thought her foot was on the line, but it's a good job. Phillips just wide open over there, Tufts did a good job of swarming to the ball, but if you're swarming to the ball like that, you're going to leave people open. And Phillips has shown in the past couple of games that she can make those threes, especially when given that kind of time.
Shot is no good from North. And rebound comes down. I believe it was a Robertson on the shot. Unfortunately, couldn't get a clear view from there. Rivera drives in and she's going to draw a foul.
I think something to keep an eye on also with Michaela North. She averages a double-double. She averages 14 points per game and 10.5 rebounds. So I think the Anchorwomen have shown some issues on the board. So it's going to be a very tough matchup to deal with somebody like that. Hill's done a decent job down low early in this one.
Hill pulls up, shot no good. Rebounded by North. And ball being moved around. Robertson, shot is good.
Rivera did, I believe, did a nice job of getting a hand on that one, but just didn't get enough on that pass to redirect it as Tufts gets the easy layup.
Gonzalez passes it down low to Moore. Moore, little hook shot is good. And Dillon will bring it up for Tufts.
And I think the Anchorwomen have to have a first quarter like they did against Eastern Connecticut. You don't necessarily need to score 21 points, but I think you have to get a decent point total.
Baptista for three, no good. I believe they're going to say Tufts ball.
Somebody got a hand on it. Unfortunately, the official was screening us over here at the table.
And Robertson to inbound. And she throws it right away as she was trying to get it in to North.
Yeah, just too low of a pass there. And nice defense, of course, on the inbounds by the Anchorwoman.
So Phillips will inbound. Just waiting on the call by the officials.
Having some sort of a discussion with the scorers table. It looks like it's wrapping up.
And officials saying to hold on.
Thought they were wrapping up. I think maybe they're having an issue on the scorers table.
What happened was the clock was reading 63.9 seconds to go in the quarter where it should have been 6.5 minutes.
That'll do it.
So Moore with the ball, passes it down low to Hill. Hill sizing up, going up with the shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Dillon.
It's very hard for her to keep those shots, but North on her all night.
Robertson passes up to Dillon. Dillon driving in right side. She's going to get called for travel.
I think we had that famous step before the dribble there. As you always seem to point out in a lot of these games, we see that call made.
And they're going to get a call against Moore. Sign was a double dribble, however, that wasn't there. Coach Seneca also very confused at that call. So Dillon will have the ball. Passes it right side to Robertson. Robertson passes up to Baptiste. Baptista passes to Dillon, who gets it to North. North kicks it to the corner to Brooks. Long shot is no good. Rebounded by Baptista. Her shot's no good. She gets her own rebound. Throws up another shot. No good. Rebounded by Moore.
A good defense, even though you don't get the succession of boards there. There's good defense by Hill, keeping that position, forcing the off shot.
Gonzalez with the ball left side, trying to pass it down low to Hill. North gets a hand on it.
Yeah, it's just going to be very difficult just with that size advantage. And obviously, this team has watched the film. They know how critical Devin Hill is as a post player.
We're going to see Lee and Hicks into the game for Baptista and Brooks, by the way. Hill, turn around. Shot no good. Rebounded by North.
I think Hill did a nice job last game passing the ball around.
Robertson passes to the corner.
I think she's going to focus on that a little bit in this one, especially with this matchup.
Ball being moved around. A three from Dillon is good.
It's an interesting release there, but hey, if it works, it works.
Rivera with the ball. Calling a play out. Now going right side. Rivera taking it all the way up herself. It's no good. A little bit of contact. Dillon gets the rebound, and she brings it up. Dillon passes to the corner. Three from Robertson is good, and the foul.
Phillips is upset with the call.
May have been a little bit of embellishment.
Definitely is what I was thinking, but I didn't really get a clean look, so I can't really judge either way. But
So Ayala and Reel check into the game.
as you pointed out at the top, Mike, Ayala being 5'11", he's got some good height. Be interesting to see how she matches up in this game. She checks in for the first time.
And it's going to be Tufts' ball.
This should just be a foul shot.
Three is no good from Lee. Officials all kinds of messed up in this game so far.
Exactly. That should have just been a chance for a 4-point play. Actually, I think at the end of the day, that hurts Tufts, because they had a chance for a point. They didn't get anything on that possession.
Ribeiro looking around. Passes down low to Hill. Hill sizing up on North. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Tufts' ball. And Hill's just trying to do a little too much down there.
Yeah. I think it's just almost like in that situation, it's going to be used as a decoy, trying to open up other people, because they're obviously going to draw in on you.
Robertson passes. Pass down low to North. Shot no good. Rebound Ribeiro.
I'll give the Anchorwomen some credit. They're playing some pretty good defense, pretty stout defense. They just got to get some more consistent offense.
It's going to be a foul called on Hicks.
That's the thing. I said this at the beginning of the Eastern games on Saturday, is that when you play a team that thinks they're better than you and has a better record and it doesn't take you seriously necessarily,
Moore drives in left side. It's good off the board.
you got to just keep pace with them. That's what you have to do. You don't necessarily have to have a huge lead, but you got to stick with them. It gets in their head.
Dillon passes to Robertson. Robertson now driving left side. Moves over right. Passes it back to Lee. Lee looks for Robertson and finds her. Down the left side. Back up to the top of the key. Hicks passes it back to Robertson. Robertson to North down low. And it's good. Hill. Going to be a jump ball. We'll say Anchorwomen possession.
And as little as 2 inches may sound, that's all North has on Hill. And really, I think it just makes a bit of a difference. And you just know from the stats that North is a talented player. You just
Hill. Got it.
nice job of stopping there. Stop on a dime, and North wasn't expecting it. Just fell backwards and just created a very wide open opportunity.
North, top of the key. Hands it off to Robertson. Robertson gets it to Hicks, who passes back down low to North, who kicks it to the corner. Three is no good that time from Dillon. And Moore with the rebound. Moore passes right side to Ribeiro, who fakes the three, now drives baseline. A nice pass to Reel.
Very nice
pass. Gets it to Hill. Hill drives in. Shot is no good, but she will get to the line.
Nice job drawing the foul.
So Hill will be at the line shooting two. 13-11 the score in favor of Tufts. And she makes her first. Jill Palladino will check into the game.
I think a big key for Hill in this game is to stay out of foul trouble, because she makes this free throw, she'll have 6 points, and it's just, you just know.
And she misses her second.
You just know how intricate a part of a team she is. They're going to need every single player they have to try to pull the upset in this one.
Hicks, long jumper, no good.
It's way off.
Moore comes down with it. He passes it
Nice
all the way up
pass.
to Hill. Hill through traffic, unable to finish. Rebounded by North. Gets it up to Dillon. Dillon passes it. Hicks faces a shot. Now gets it to Robertson. The shot is no good. And Lee just ripping it out of Hill's hands. Shot is good. That time from Hicks.
I think Hill maybe was expecting a jump ball in this situation. I'm not sure. It was actually was just surprised.
Just ripped it right out of her hands.
Yeah, and I like I said, I just think she just wasn't expecting it. She got the rebound and just get the ball taken from her. But I think the Anchorwomen, I mean, down by 3 against a team like this, I think they're holding their own pretty well early. But I think the big thing for them, and we knew this would be a problem coming in, Mike, is just the rebounding and the second chance opportunities for Tufts. And you know, you give a team that's this good second chances, I mean, 9 out of 10 times they're going to convert those second chances.
Absolutely.
So I think they've played very good first possession defense. It's just the second and thirds that I think have created this 3-point deficit. But obviously, plenty of time, 3 more quarters to go. I mean, this isn't a bad spot to be in early on this one if you're the Anchorwoman.
Rivera, top of the key, gets it to Moore. Moore fakes the 3. Now gets it up to Palladino, who passes back to Rivera. Rivera looking down low. Was looking for Real. However, a jump ball is called. It's going to be Tufts' ball.
Yeah, it's kind of threading the needle a little bit to Real, and actually Real did a nice job on the recovery there. And actually, honestly, created the jump ball situation because just didn't look like on the pass there was very much of a chance for her to get it. But turnovers like that are just the ones you don't want to have.
Lee has the ball. Looking for Hicks and finds it, trying to pass it down low now. It goes out of bounds. Pass was intended for Folliard.
Tufts just looked very out of sorts the past couple of possessions, Mike. They just
look tired.
Yeah, they look a little just overwhelmed. I don't think they expected this much resistance from this team.
They just look like they're too tired to play. Palladino passes down low to Rivera. Goes out of bounds off of Tufts.
And I mean, they're just, you would think a team that is this good, I mean, it's one thing if you have an air ball, but they had two straight possessions with an air ball, and then they just had that terrible pass there. I mean,
another bad one, this time from the Anchorwomen. Dillon brings it up the court, trying to pass it down low. And good play by both Real and Dumont there. Dumont able to come up with the ball.
That was a nice job by Real reading the pass, and Dumont did his job executing the steal. She's shown a lot of potential as a defensive player.
Palladino with the ball. Top of the key, gives it to Rivera. Rivera driving right side. Now stops, passes it to Ayala, who is then able to finish. And Tufts comes up with the ball.
Probably play for the last shot here. Shot clock is dead here in the first quarter.
Dillon with the ball. Passes it to Martison. And now ball being moved around. Lee stops and gives it to Folliard for 3, no good. Rivera now with it. Rivera's gonna pull up for a long 3, it's gonna be no good. And at the end of the first quarter, it's 15-12. Jumbo's leading the Anchorwomen. And not a very good looking first quarter for either team.
No, and I just think the Anchorwomen, I think they just put themselves in positions for good shots, and I just think it's just been an issue with this team throughout the year is that they give themselves good opportunities and they go out and they miss shots they shouldn't miss. You saw Ayala on the last possession had a decent chance for a layup, a little bit of congestion, but really nothing too ridiculous there. It's just not able to convert. And I think those are the shots, especially in games like these where you're the underdog and you're playing a team that has a significantly better record than you. I think those are the shots you need to make to stay level. And as for Tufts, I mean, I think you brought up a good point, Mike. They look tired. I don't know what their schedule is. I don't know when the last time they played a game was or anything like that. But I think a lot of it is I just think a lot of teams have been coming in here for both the Anchorwomen and the Anchormen, look at the schedule and the record, and they say, oh, it's going to be an easy game. These teams aren't what their record showed them to be. They're better teams they are. And I'm not saying they're best team in the Little Eastern Conference or anything like that, but they're at least 500 teams. And 500 is a respectable record to have at this point in the season. I don't think teams give them enough credit. And I think we saw that Saturday with Eastern Connecticut. I think they came in, both teams, and did that. And I think Tufts might be suffering a little bit from that as well. So we'll see how the second quarter goes. I think the Anchorwomen have a lot of things to work on, but I think at the same time, their opponent hasn't played very well, and they've given themselves a decent position to be in to start the second quarter.
Ribeiro with the ball to start the second quarter. Finds Moore. Moore looking around and gives it to Hill. Hill at the top of the key. Tries to pass it back to Ribeiro. Dillon gets a hand on it. It'll be Anchor Women's ball. Gonzalez will inbound. Ribeiro with the ball. Finds Moore. Moore stops, fakes the shot, now gets it to Ribeiro. Ribeiro, top of the key. Steps back, takes the shot. It's going to be no good. Rebound Gonzalez. Kicks it out to Hill for three. No good, way off on the shot. And Folliard came down with the rebound. Now Dillon with the ball. Dillon charging left side, now brings it out back behind the three-point line. And she passes to Martinson, who gets it out. Back to Folliard. Now Wu with the ball. Gets it to Martinson. Martinson left side, back out to Wu. Wu fakes the three and gets it to Lee. Lee with 5 seconds on it. Gets it down low. Shot is good from Folliard.
The thing is, I think with a team that passes as well, Mike, is it's just going to wear down your defense, trying to rotate over. So we'll see how much that fatigue catches up with the Anchorwoman and if that's an effect on them as this game progresses.
Ribeiro with the ball behind the three-point line. Going to be out of bounds. Real back into the game. And Gonzalez will inbound. Moore with the ball behind the three-point line, takes it, no good. Rebound Dillon. Dillon gets it up to Wu. Wu back to Dillon for three, no good. Rebound Ayala. Moore passes down low to Hill, very nice pass.
Just need to pass that one back out.
That's no good from Hill as it's blocked down and Tufts comes away with the ball. Three in the corner is no good from Wu. Gonzalez came down with the rebound and gets it to Moore. Moore near the top of the key. Finds Gonzalez. Gonzalez looking to pass to Real.
Nice play by Wu.
Picked off. Dillon gets it out to Wu for three. No good. Rebound comes down to Hill. Moore bringing it up the court.
Yeah, you can definitely see this lockdown defense from Tufts. You see it really being affected. The Anchorwoman really having trouble getting anything going.
Real almost losing the ball. Gets it out to Moore for three. No good. Rebound Martinson. Dillon with the ball. Passes to Wu. Takes it again inside the three-point line. This time knocks it down. We'll have a bunch of substitutions for Tufts. It's going to be Knapp, Robertson, and a couple others into the game for Tufts when we get back from timeout. 7:02 to go in the first half. 20-12, the Tufts lead.
The Anchorwoman I've said this so many times this year, it feels like they just need to draw something up on offense. It just seems like it seems like they come into a game with one set of plans of how to do things. And I mean, I understand they have a certain skill set and a certain way they like to do things, but it just seems like, unfortunately, it doesn't seem like they have a ton of alternatives they like to go to with their strategy. And I think that's just an issue, unfortunately, they face with teams like this who are just very good at taking away that strategy, that post play to Devin Hill, which they hope creates room on the perimeter for shooters like Moore and Real. I think it's just easy for teams, especially that have a height advantage, just like Tufts, to just be able to get in there and be able to shut that down. We've seen Hill has 5 points, but she just hasn't been able to really get anything going because Tufts has just keyed in on it. So let's see if the Anchorwomen can try to get something going here on the offensive end of things.
Real with the ball. Passes to Gonzalez. Gonzalez moves right side, looking for somebody. And does find Moore, who kicks it out to Hill. Hill drives in. Passes to Ayala. Ayala back to Gonzalez. Gonzalez looking around. Finds Moore. She's going to have to take it.
Yep.
And she's not happy about the no call.
Definitely contact there.
It'll be Tufts ball. Knapp bringing it up the court. She passes it off to North, who gets it up to Brooks. Brooks passes down low to Baptista, who kicks it out. Nice pass to Knapp. 3 is no good. And it'll be Anchorwomen ball.
Yeah, it was just a nice setup there, and Knapp just not able to convert. But Tufts definitely has a lot of confidence in their outside shooters. So they're definitely not afraid to take those shots.
Ayala gives it to Gonzalez on the left side. Gonzalez moving around and finds Ayala. He gets it to Real in the corner. Real off the screens from Ayala. And Moore gets it to Gonzalez. Gonzalez tries to pass down low to Hill. Hill fades away, shot no good. And this might be a long game, Andrew.
Unfortunately, it seems to be the way that's trending, Mike.
Brooks left side to Baptista. All the way out to the corner. Knapp passes to Robertson. Robertson gets it back to Knapp. Knapp to the corner to Baptista, who gets it out to Brooks. No good, and rebound Gonzalez.
And really the saving grace for the Anchorwomen is that their defense is playing pretty well and Tufts' offense is pretty out of sorts. So they need to get a run going here in the next 5 minutes to try to pull a little more even in this game.
I believe that's Real who just drew the foul. She'll get to the line.
And it really seems like the only way at this moment that they're going to be able to score is being able to draw fouls and get to the line. Because unfortunately, it's just the way this game's been trending is that the Anchorwomen in the last couple of possessions have put themselves in really bad situations with the shot clock. And just you can credit the Tufts defense. Very good defense.
Real's first is no good. Phillips back into the game for Ayala. Real sets. Her second of 2 is up and good. Rivera back into the game for Real.
And I don't think I really need to state this, but I will. The Anchorwomen have scored 1 point in this quarter. Tufts has only scored 4, so I mean, just shows you how both offenses are playing. But
Robertson, right side, stops, passes it out to Baptista, who gets it to Brooks. Brooks driving in, and she's going to get called for travel.
yeah, nice job by Phillips holding her position too there.
Lee will come back into the game for Brooks.
You know, Mike, the way we've seen officials call some of these travels, you would have thought maybe Brooks would have gone away with that one. But glad to see the officials tonight seem to be on point with those calls.
Moore
Nice.
passes down low to Hill
Nice
for
job.
2.
Nice job just drawing all the attention away from Hill. Wide open down in the paint. And I mean,
Nice pass down low.
oh, no doubt. It's a great setup.
Baptista passes it out to Lee. Lee left side being guarded by Gonzalez. Gonzalez is going to get called for a foul. Not happy about the call. Dillon back into the game for Knapp. And Robertson inbounds. Dillon gets it to Robertson. Back to Dillon, top of the key, passes down low. Shot's no good from North. But with the little embellishment, gets the call.
Moore not happy about it, and probably what you just said, Mike. Embellishment. I didn't see a ton of contact there, if any. And Unfortunately, you see it a lot of times in basketball. It's just the nature of the game.
First is up and good from North.
They didn't really put it in the job description, but you got to be an Oscar-worthy actor sometimes too.
Absolutely. Second is up and is no good. Baptista, that's the rebound down, and Lee comes up with it. And she gets it back out to Dylan. Dylan, nice no-look pass to Baptista. It passes all the way to the other corner. Tries to get it down low to North and does for two. 22-15 the score. 3:41 to go in the half.
It just seems like the Anchorwomen get within that deficit there. They get the foul call, it doesn't go their way, and then, I mean, it was another one of those situations the officials were kind of screening us from where we were sitting. There was a lot of commotion there on that rebound, and somehow, like you said, Lee ended up with the ball. I think the thing is on those free throw misses, Mike, is that if you don't get the ball right away, you have that numbers advantage. But
Right.
once everybody's able to collapse down, it's free game. So I'm not like I was saying, I'm not exactly sure what happened. Hill was in the area, obviously didn't get a clean handle on it, but just second chance opportunities off the missed free throw ends up netting Tufts a couple more points.
Moore passes down low to Hill.
Nice
Hill
pass.
gives it to Gonzalez. She'll get to the line.
And Hill originally had a huge size mismatch with Dylan, who's only 5'3", but then Jumbo defense did a nice job rotating over. But Hill made a nice pass down to Gonzalez. He's able to get some freebies here from the line.
First is up and is good from Gonzalez. She sets. Second is up and is no good. Rebound North. Now Robinson tries to pass it to Baptista. Nice play by Moore. Knock it out of bounds. Dylan with the ball. Robertson right side up to Baptista. Baptista back to Dylan, who tries to pass it down low to North and does. And even from here, looked like a clean block.
Foul on number 10, Alex Moore, second foul, team.
Foul's going to be on Moore.
Tufts number 24 with North.
Yeah, it was like Moore came over for the help, and they got her for the foul there. Like you said, Mike, didn't look like anything too egregious there, but
North makes it first from the line.
as your famous line goes, it's all in the official's judgment. So,
That it is.
fortunately, that judgment just didn't go the Anchorwoman's way.
1 or 2 again from the line from North. It'll be Anchorwomen ball.
Something I've noticed from both teams. Neither are shooting well from the line at all tonight. Seems to be a problem that plagues the Anchorwomen, plaguing Tufts as well.
Gonzalez finds Hill, who gets it to Rivera. Rivera right side, looks down low to Hill. And good heads up defensive play by Baptista, in and out of bounds. 13 seconds on the shot clock. And Hill with the ball, passes it up to the top of the key to Rivera for 3, no good. Rebound Baptista. And she hands it off to Dylan. Dylan gives it to Robertson. And back up to Baptista, back to Dylan. Baptista with the ball. Takes a 3, knocks it down.
Melissa Baptista for 3.
26-16 the score.
First double-digit deficit we've seen in this game.
2:10 to go. First half. Moore to Hill. Hill drives in. Shot is good.
Hill's sitting at 9 points now, leading all players on the floor right now.
Foul on number 21, Devin Hill.
They're going to get a foul way away from the play on Hill on a push. And now Dillon has the ball in the corner, passes it to Baptista, who steps back, takes a shot, no good. Rebound Hill. And Moore brings it up the court.
It was going to be closing in on double-digit rebounds.
Moore, top of the key, drives left side, gets it to Ribera. Ribera drives in, through contact, draws a foul. And Ribera will get to the line. Minute and a half to go.
Officials calling a pretty tight game. Looks like for both sides. Haven't seen anything too ridiculous. It looks like it's at least evenly called, which is at least the very least what you hope for.
First is up and good. Very quick first half, a minute and a half to go. It's 7:35 Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, definitely. It's a half hour, 35 minutes of game time, which really very brisk pace, as you said.
Baptista with the rebound off the missed foul shot. And Dillon brings it up. He hands it off to Robertson. He gets it to Lee. Lee up to Baptista and
Nice
tries
play.
to pass it down low. Real great job getting a hand on it. Ribeiro comes up with the ball. Tried to get a little fancy with it.
Hey, she got a little too fancy for herself there. Nice job on the recovery.
Ribeiro to Real. Real finds Ayala. He passes it away.
Miscommunication. Expected Ribera to break back outside, and Ribera looked like she was going to cut in. So it's not on the same page there, unfortunately.
And Dillon with the ball. Under a minute to play in the first half. Dillon passes it to North and gets it up to Baptista. Back to Dillon. Passes down low to North for two. And Ribera brings it up. She kicks it to the corner to Real. Real up to Hill. Hill driving in. Out to Gonzalez. Gonzalez drives baseline.
Yeah,
She's going to be called for a travel.
It was hard to tell. I thought maybe she left her pivot foot. But
Coach Senecal not happy
Yeah.
either. Dillon with the ball. They could hold for the last shot, and they will do so. Dillon passes it to Lee, who passes it down low to North. And that's going to be the end of the first half. The score, 30-19. Jumbos over the Anchorwomen. Stay tuned for the second half of action. Welcome back to the Murray Center, where your Rhode Island College Anchorwomen are down by 11 going into the second half against the Tufts University Jumbos. Thank you for joining us live on 90.7 WXIN and Anchor TV. Mike Giammarco alongside Andrew Spaziano. The score is 30-19. Very low scoring first half. Going into the second half, Andrew, what does Coach Senecal need to do to at least bring this lead down, hopefully within maybe 5 or so? And I think that would be a good way to go out tonight, go out in style.
well, I think, first of all, I think what he has to do is try to find different ways to create space on the offensive end. I noticed towards the end of the half that Tufts is doing a good job of avoiding the screens that they're trying to set, and they're just not working. He's going to try to find different ways to create some space, and defensively, it's going to get more rebounds, stop those second chance opportunities.
Absolutely. And thank you, Andrew. It'll be Tufts ball to start second half. Baptista will inbound. And she inbounds to Dillon. Both starting lineups out on the floor. Brooks with the ball, right side behind the three-point line. Being guarded by Gonzalez. Passes up to the top of the key. And now Baptista with it over on the left wing. Dillon passes to the corner to Brooks, who gets it down low to North, who goes up for two.
They're just going to have to figure out a different way to neutralize North. She's just had her way down there. Hill's just having is a little overmatched down there. Trying to cover her.
Moore fakes a three. Now goes around, passes it to Hill. Shot no good. It's out of bounds off of North. It'll be Anchor Women ball.
That was a strange play. Hill had a wide open shot, just
Very short on the shot.
I don't know what happened there, and then North just had a brain freeze. Ball went right off or out of bounds.
Moore drives in now, kicks it out to the corner. Gonzalez, long two is good.
They're going to call it a three.
They are going to call it a three.
Gonzalez, I noticed she has a really line drive shot. See a lot of arc on a lot of these other players. He just whips it right in there.
North up for two. And Coach Senecal not happy with his team.
No, you gotta defend that better. They're just letting her go right in there. I mean, Hill's doing what she can, but I think it's more you have to clog up that passing lane. You have
Absolutely.
You're just letting her get down to that spot right there for the layup shot, right around each side of the hoop. She's gonna make that shot. She's a good player. I mean, just not enough contention there on the pass and really on the shot. I mean, should be rotating, getting at least two people over there. That way, try to make it a bit of a challenge. She's just last couple possessions, just gone down there and just had a routine layup shot for the most part. So, obviously, Coach Senecal not happy about that. Let's see how he tries to adjust.
Rivera brings it up. Finds Moore. Moore in the corner. Off of the screen from Hill. Kicks it out to the other corner to Gonzalez, who gets it back up to Rivera. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Rivera with the ball. Right side. Inside the three-point line. No good. And Dillon comes up with the ball. Dillon, top of the key. Moves down left side. Passes it to the corner. Baptista for three. No good. Rebound comes down to Hill. Who gets it to Rivera, who is able to keep it in bounds, thankfully. And hands it off to Gonzalez. Gonzalez stops, fakes a shot, now gets it to Moore. Moore drives in, off the board, no good. There's Phillips, who also went down. Brooks
Nice
trying to
play by
pass
Hill.
it down low to North, but Hill picks it off.
Frankly, Brooks should have just taken that shot. She had a lot of space, just trying to fit it in there to North, and it just pass just wasn't there.
Rivera's shot's no good, out of bounds off of Hill. It'll be Tufts' ball. Hill doesn't agree with it, but even from here, it went right off of
Yeah,
her.
it looked pretty blatant from here.
Dillon brings it up. And a foul's going to be called on Rivera.
Rivera's done a pretty good job of keeping the fouls down. It's just their second. So you gotta watch out as we get into the latter portions of this game, trying to get overly aggressive.
Shot is good from Dillon.
And I think it just looks like this Tufts team starting to find their touch from their jump shots and whatnot. It looks like their offense is starting to get going now, and it's just going to be a huge challenge for the Anchorwomen to try to keep pace with the team that's going to keep their foot on the gas pedal like this.
Rivera finds Hill. Hill, two more. Moore up to Gonzalez, who looks for Hill. And Hill able to come up with the ball. Now foul is going to be called on Dillon.
The big break there is the shot clock was at 3, so this resets it at least. This obviously, it's kind of falling apart there for the Anchorwoman.
Gonzalez throws it away to Dillon.
Who steps
She
out of
steps
bounds.
out of bounds. And just waiting on the call from the official. 6:48 to go in the third quarter. 36-22 the score in favor of Tufts. Rivera finds Phillips. Back to Rivera. Passes to Hill. And a foul is going to be called before the shot, I believe.
Yes, I believe that's the official saying.
It's going to be on North.
Foul on Tufts, number 24, Victor North. Her second foul, team second.
And Moore will inbound. Gonzalez with the ball. Finds Moore. Moore driving in and loses the ball. Now it's going to be a jump ball. And it'll stay Anchor Women possession.
Jump ball, possession, Ryan College.
Moore will inbound. Hill with the ball. Hands it off to Moore. Moore in the corner. Finds Phillips. Going to be foul
Thought they were going to get her for a
on
travel.
the floor. I thought the same thing. The whistle came just before that last step, however.
Right, you are.
Phillips with the ball. Trying to pass it down to Hill. It's out of bounds off of Dillon.
Now College had the ball for like a minute on this clock, and they're just, at the very least, they're racking up fouls on on Tufts, but you're gonna eventually try to get the ball in the hoop here.
Moore inside the three-point line. No good. Rebound Brooks. Baptista, open layup for two. Ribeiro brings it up.
You just gonna call napping into transition.
Hill gets it to Gonzalez. Finds Moore. Moore drives right side. Behind the board. And
Guess he got
Tufts
tipped.
must have gotten a piece of it. Lee into the game for Brooks. Duma and Ayala into the game for Phillips and Rivera. Hill with the ball. It's going to be a foul. Foul's going to be on Batista. And Hicks into the game for Baptista. Hill with the ball. Hands it to Moore. Fakes a three. Gives it to Hill. Hill drives in right side. And an offensive foul is going to be called on Ayala.
Offensive foul called on regular number 24, Jenna Ayala, her first, team second.
And she's not happy about it.
I saw her go. I saw her fall over there, so I assumed it was a defensive foul. One of those plays where
Another foul is going to be called.
this quarter's dragging on, Mike. It's a foul fest.
That it is. And Coach Senecal talking with the officials.
And they're calling a tactical on him.
They have called a technical foul
I
on
heard
Coach
him
Senecal.
I heard him go over to the official and said, "What did I do?"
First is up and good. Coach Senecal giving the official an earful.
He is, and I'm not really sure what they called a technical on him for. I didn't see him go on the court. I mean, obviously he said something that they didn't like. It has been one of those games, unfortunately, for the Anchorwomen. It's been pretty frustrating, so it's the night to forget, it seems like, unfortunately.
Absolutely. North passes it to Robertson. Robertson right side to Hicks, back up to Robertson. And to Dillon. And good play by Hill picking off the ball. Hill drives in. And Coach Senecal able to call a timeout.
These Tufts fans are a bit of a vocal crowd, and I don't know what exactly they're complaining about. They are, unless my glasses are deceiving me, they are winning by 18 points, but that's just my opinion, of course.
Upset about their long ride home.
That is true. Tufts is in Boston, so it's a bit of a hike.
It's about 35 minutes, give or take, at this time of night.
You can make it there in 35 minutes if
You go up 95, take 93. Shouldn't be too bad this time of night. About 35 minutes.
I have to question what speed you'd be going for a 35-minute drive.
It might push 45, but I think you could hypothetically get there in 35 minutes.
All depends on how much you want to push the tempo.
Absolutely. Moore gets it to Reel, hands it back to Moore, and she stepped out of bounds.
She did, unfortunately.
Hicks will inbound.
The official almost caught Hicks in the head with that ball. What a strange game, Mike.
Gets it to Robertson. Robertson up to Hicks and passes down low to North for two. Moore with the ball. Hill drives in. Little spin around up for two.
Nice move. Hill hits double digits with 11.
North up to Hicks to the corner.
Wide open.
Knocks it down for three. Robertson.
Robertson averages 10 points a game. Sitting at 8 right now, so she's on pace.
Hill with the ball. Hands it off to Dumont. Dumont kicks it to the corner to Reel. Reel looking down low to Ayala. It's going to be out of bounds. DeCristofaro will come into the game along with Folliard. And Dillon brings it up. Passes to Lee. Lee down to the corner to Dillon. Back up to Folliard, who gets to Robertson, and back to Lee, back to Robertson. Robertson to the corner to Lee for three. No good. Rebound Moore.
They're setting them up with that same play, drawing all the attention away from player in the corner, leaving them for wide open threes, and they've converted on those opportunities in the second half. They had a lot of trouble shooting from the outside, but they found their touch.
Reel up to Ayala. Gets it to Reel. Reel, top of the key. Finds Moore, who passes down low to Hill. Hill's shot is good.
It's a nice little bounce pass. The Anchorwomen are sitting at 2-3.
Looks like Wu will come into the game. Robertson to Dillon. Dillon left side down to the corner to Lee.
So obviously they're playing that 2-3.
Shot is good from Hicks.
It's an explanation as to why they're getting all those open looks.
To Cristofaro, left wing. Passes it up to Moore. Moore gives it down low to Hill. It's going to be an offensive foul on Hill. Wu into the game for Robertson. 47-26 the score. 2 minutes to go, third quarter.
Obviously, you're trying to play that 2-3 to try and negate what North is doing down low. Just seems like it's been coming back against them because Tufts is hitting those outside shots.
Something like that will happen as Folliard goes up for two.
It's just 2-3 just focusing on that. This player's down low and they're still getting no shots, so it's the way she goes sometimes, Mike.
Reel up to Ayala. Takes the jumper, no good. Rebound Dillon. She brings it up the court. Dillon passes it. The ball is given down low to Folliard again. Travel's going to be called. Palladino comes into the game for the Anchorwomen. And Phillips will also check in. Moore drives in. Foul's going to be called against Tufts. Moore will go to the line. Both teams in the bonus now. First is up, and it's good. Second is up, and is also good. Knapp passes it right side to Lee. Lee driving in now, gets it out to Folliard. Folliard back to Lee. Lee right side. Gets it to Martinson, who passes down low to Folliard. That's going to be an offensive foul.
Nice job by Moore.
Great job getting set, absorbing the contact. 49-28, however, the score. 43 seconds to go in the third quarter. The Cristofaro with the ball, right wing, passes it up to Palladino, fakes the three. She's going to get called for travel. And Knapp will bring up the ball. They could virtually hold for the last shot here if they desire
for the
to.
most part. She'll see they're going to.
Knapp drives left side. Tries to get it to Wu. Goes out of bounds. Anchorwomen will have the ball. 6.5 seconds to go in the period.
She made a nice move inside, just bad pass. Had Wu pretty open too.
Moore with the ball. Takes a long three. Gonna be no good. Martinson comes up with the rebound. And at the end of the third quarter, Tufts 49, Rhode Island College 28. Just an awful game so far.
I think it's just one of these games where I'd expect this deficit to hold. See a lot of reserves in down the stretch and whatnot. I think obviously Tufts doesn't want to risk anything major. They're number 8 team in the country. They gotta try to stay healthy going into the postseason and their conference tournament. So they obviously have that in mind for the Anchorwomen. I guess some of the bench players some more minutes, try to give them some experience. Some of the younger players, whatnot. I mean, it's really all you can say at this point. This game's out pretty much well in hand for Tufts, and just gotta play out the string basically.
Absolutely.
Just how it is.
Just one you just got to get over with and put behind you. Tufts not a conference opponent, so in the long run,
it's not going to mean much.
Absolutely.
You know, so waiting for the teams to get back on the court. I'm like, I got to say, I think Tufts could have gone on a lot of better routes with their nickname than the Jumbos. You know, I saw the elephant. I thought, oh, maybe like, you know, the Rolling Tide or something, you know, something cool. But, hey, whatever works for you, I guess.
And if you like hockey and would like to support your RIC Athletics, either come down to the Dennis M. Lynch Arena on Friday night, or you can watch on the Anchor TV live stream. Anchor TV will have coverage of your Rhode Island College Anchormen taking on Sacred Heart University. Matt Farina and Josh Percy will have the call. Knapp with the ball, top of the key. Drives left side, passes it out to Wu. Three is no good from Folliard, who may have gotten away with a travel before the shot.
It's all in the official's judgment, unfortunately.
Knapp gets it to Martinson. Martinson steps back, takes the shot. No good. Rebound Folliard.
All right, he's going to get a rebound. I mean, look, I mean, I'll be the first one to tell you, I mean, the Anchorwomen are obviously just having a tough game. I mean, just playing really sluggish to start out this quarter. He's going to...
Great play by Moore, my favorite play.
Yeah, I was going to say, Mike, one of your favorite plays in basketball.
Great job by Moore, throwing it off the opponent, out of bounds.
While we have a break in the action here, Mike, just another RIC hockey event that you haven't mentioned.
Absolutely there is. If you'd like to come down and support the Rhode Island College Anchormen, there will be one of the teams in the Quahog Cup. Dennis Reel's Anchormen will be playing in the Quahog Cup, which will be taking place at the Smithfield High School Arena on Saturday and Sunday. As Moore draws the foul, puck drop will be at 2 or 3 o'clock, depending on the day. Rhode Island College, one of 4 teams. Also in the Quahog Cup are Bryant University, Brown University, and Providence College.
Forget about the Super Bowl, Mike. It's not every day you get to see a Quahog Cup given out.
Absolutely.
Coveted Quahog Cup, mind you.
Moore makes it first from the line. She sets, her second is up and is also good.
I'll say this much, Mike. I mean, I know Tufts only gives up 45 points a game. They're not exactly a high-scoring juggernaut themselves.
Woo draws a foul before the shot.
I mean, obviously, we're still at the beginning of the fourth quarter, but usually when you see teams like this come in, they usually come in and they, you know.
They steamroll, really.
Yeah, they drop like 80 on you and you score 40. It just, I mean, I haven't seen Tufts play, obviously. I don't know if this is just their grinded out defensive kind of team.
And they're going to get foul on Hill on an extremely clean block, or so it looked like.
Very clean.
First is up and good. The Hakeem Olajuwon days are over. Not really even allowed to block anymore in Division III basketball.
It's unfortunate. Very unfortunate. You gotta tell you, Mike. Very sparsely populated crowd there on the Anchorwoman side,
Absolutely.
Unfortunately.
The Tufts crowd outshining the Anchorwomen crowd.
Very vocal, very angry for some reason, despite the fact that they're winning by 20 points.
They're a handful, all right.
Yeah, it hit, that's for sure.
Rivera loses the ball. Martinson gets it up to Knapp. Knapp looking for Wu. And Wu tries to pull the same thing that Moore just pulled. It didn't work out too well. Gonzalez through traffic for 2. No foul. Shot does count, however.
Of course not, you know. Nice play by Gonzalez, out-heighted, does that a lot. He's able to get shots off at a height disadvantage. Does a very nice job of that.
Woo. Passes to Martinson, takes it, no good. Rebound was Folliard. Good play by Moore to pick it off. Rivera with the ball, left wing. Passes it down low to Gonzalez. Gonzalez finds Hill, fakes a 3. Now passes it to Gonzalez. No good. No foul called.
We think there was a bit of contact there, but
not enough for a foul.
I think it's just interesting to know how tight the officials are calling the game.
Wu's 3 is no good, and Rivera comes down with the rebound. Moore passing down low to Hill. Hill off the board, no good. Wu comes down with the rebound. And Knapp with the ball.
Oh, Senegal looked for a push off as
So is Gonzalez.
Yeah, and I can see where she's coming from.
Knapp, top of the key. Passes down low to Martinson in the paint for 2. Ribeiro with the ball. Passes it to Hill, who hands it off to Phillips. Phillips goes up. Blocked out of bounds. Baptista back into the game for Folliard. Hill drives in right side, draws a foul. And Hill will be at the line. First is up and is good. Second is up and is no good. Rebounded by Brooks. And Knapp will bring it up. Ball being moved around by Tufts. Martinson. Count it, and she'll get to the line. Could argue it was a travel, but she draws the foul.
It almost feels like it wouldn't be an Anchorwomen basketball game if somebody wasn't racking up the frequent flyer miles on the travel. So, what are you gonna do?
Foul shot's no good. Hill comes down with the rebound. Dumont hands it off to Moore. Gonzalez calling for the ball. Don't believe Moore saw it. Now Gonzalez with it. Passes it up to Hill. Gets it to Moore. Moore fakes the 3. And gets it to Ayala. Passes it to Gonzalez. Passing it down low to Hill. Hill steps back. Takes a shot. Airmails it. And Lee passes to Brooks. Brooks up to Lee. He passes it to Knapp. Knapp to the corner. 3 is no good from Baptista. Martinson comes up with a shot. It was no good from Lee. Moore comes up with the ball.
So quiet here, Mike. It's like we're watching a practice.
Extremely.
Almost. It's just strange.
Hill for 3, no good. Gonna go out of bounds. Palladino will come into the game for Hill. And Knapp will bring up the ball. Knapp being guarded by Dumont. Passes to Brooks.
Dumont ran into Palladino there trying to.
Baptista. Great play by Gonzalez to come up with the ball. Passes to Dumont. Now Moore with it. Trying to pass it down to Gonzalez and is picked off. Knapp. It's going to draw a foul.
It's interesting. Moore doesn't make any contact there. There's a foul. But on the other end, I mean, and I'm not saying there was huge contact or anything on some of the other shots by the Anchorwoman shots, but I mean, if you're going to call no contact.
Unreal. Unreal. First is up and no good from Knapp.
So the Anchorwomen, after this one, have 3 straight road games in the conference. Saturday at UMass Boston and at UMass Dartmouth a week from tomorrow, and then a week from Saturday at Southern Maine. They finish up with 2 conference games back here at the Murray Center against Western Connecticut and Keene State. So all conference from here, Mike, all important games. We'll see how it plays out.
Gonzalez with the ball. Passes it to Dumont. Foul's going to be called. And the Western Connecticut and Keene State games here at home will be, of course, key going into the tournament.
Of course. Teams you possibly could face in that tournament. And obviously, going into that tournament, you want to have a nice head of steam.
Gonzalez passes down low to Ayala. Foul's on Hicks. Ayala with the ball. Passes to Gonzalez along the right wing. She drives in, takes a shot, no good. Gonna get a foul on Dumont.
Yeah, foul on Dumont. You can respect that hustle, though.
Dumont, of course, trying to go for the ball.
Of course.
As in a 22-point game, really no reason to stop fouling.
Of course not.
First is up. And no good.
You almost got that bounce reminiscent of Paul Pierce
Absolutely.
playing the Cavaliers in that championship season several years ago. Actually, more than several years now.
Second was also missed. Wu with the ball. Nice good
play.
heads-up play by Dumont.
Nice
Gonzalez.
pass.
Nice little move, floater for two.
Yeah, there's a nice sequence there. Dumont with the interception, then makes a very nice heads-up pass to Gonzalez, who has that little running floater there and gives her 8 points in this one.
Lee takes a shot, wild. And good job by Knapp saving it. Dumont comes up with the rebound.
It's just like both teams this quarter are just playing just so, I don't even know how to describe it, just like a lazy, like,
Low energy.
yeah.
Ayala almost loses the ball but gets it to Real. Now Gonzalez with it back up to Palladino. She's going to be called for a travel.
Which by my eyes didn't exist. But
Step before the shot.
it's that famous Mike Giammarco step before the shot, maybe.
Step before the shot, step before the dribble, step before the pass. They're going to call him. That time I know you said you didn't see it, but that one was indeed a travel.
Take your word for it, Mike. It's such a quick play sometimes that it's hard to notice.
Knapp. Three is good from Wu. Moore passes to Gonzalez. Gonzalez up the hill, hands it to Moore. Drives baseline, kicks it back out. It's going to be off of Gonzalez, out of bounds.
A little too tall for Gonzalez.
Just a bit. Phillips into the game for Ayala. Minute 43 to go in the game. 57-35 the score. Wu passes down low to Martinson. No good on the shot. But Wu comes up with the rebound. Gonzalez picks it off. And Moore with the ball. Hill goes up for two. To Christopher will check into the game. A minute 11 to go here in the fourth quarter. 57-37 the score. Andrew, what can you say?
Really not much to say. Just playing a superior opponent who took care of business tonight. And sure Coach Seneca will have some insight to share with us in post-game. Just really, I think it's just a hard game to just gauge what your team has because you're playing a team that's this good. You know, it's just like you do X, Y, and Z right, but is it because you're not executing, or is it because you're overmatched by a team that's just top 10 in the country in Division III and just has more talent than you? I mean, it's just so hard to tell. So obviously you talk to Coach about it and see what he thinks. Coach Senegal always gives very introspective post-game interviews.
It'll be Tufts ball. Knapp. Looking for Bloom, but is picked off.
It's played by Real.
Real going all the way up, blows the layup. Hill comes up with the rebound, kicks it out to Moore, gets it to the corner. Real driving in. And she's going to get to the line with exactly 50 seconds to go in the fourth.
I think on that turnover, I think Real would have had better success to try to dish it over to the Cristofaro there. At a 2-on-1.
First is good from Real.
You know, as they say, Mike, hindsight is 20/20. So.
The second is also good. Knapp gives it to Wu. Wu out to Bloom for three. Got it. Moore with the ball. Moore going left side. Gets it all the way out to Real. Real gets it to Phillips. Passes down low to Hill. No good. To Cristofaro down
Nice
to Hill.
pass.
Very nice pass for two. And as the clock winds down, Rhode Island College will go down to 5-13 on the season as Tufts wins 60-41. And Andrew, what can you take away from this one? Because this one really was an ugly game. You know, it wasn't even that Tufts played that well. I think they could have played better.
Oh, definitely. And I mean, I think Tufts just came in. I think they had a little bit of trouble to start the game off. And really, I think by the second half, they just put it in cruise control. They had that double-digit lead. And it's just a frustrating game.
Absolutely.
You know, playing against a team like this, see what coach has to say. And you know, I just think a game like this where you're playing a team top 10 in the country and all that, I think you just don't want to get to you that much because, I mean, it's not a conference game. It's not, you know what I mean? It's not really one that, as you say, matters too much. So just kind of, you got those 3 straight road conference games, so just kind of shrug it off. And
Andrew, we're going to have Jenna Ayala here, so I'll send it down your way.
You said, Mike, you got Jenna Ayala here. Jenna, it's really hard sometimes to gauge what you can do better and whatnot against a team like Tufts, you know, a top 10 team in the country. But what do you think, after playing against them, some things that you can do better going forward as you finish out the conference schedule?
It's just the little things we got to do first. We have to box out, especially because they're a big team. And I mean, playing a team like that realistically, that's the only thing we needed to do, and we kind of just didn't do it. I mean, some of us were in it, some of us were out of it. I mean, we just got to come together more. It's kind of hard right now.
Yeah, definitely. And as you said, it was just kind of, I just felt like for both teams, just kind of like a lazy second half, kind of a lot of kind of low energy. What do you do going forward? You got 3 straight road games, just try to get the energy back up and try to motivate yourselves against those conference opponents.
Well, we're still in this conference, so there's no way we have to pick up the energy. The energy was really low tonight from everyone. I mean, you know, some of us like Devin and our captains Alex and Devin would try to pick us up and everything. So I mean, we look more towards them, and we just have to pick up the energy because we're still in it. There's no way we're gonna give up.
Yeah, definitely. And if you're playing UMass Boston next, I believe, seen them already this year as a team. I'm sure Coach will go over it. What do you think you guys need to do to pick up your game? You talked about the boards a little bit and stuff, but just to try to get a win this time.
It's just team chemistry. Talk to each other, communication, boxing out, little things first, close it out with hands up, choppy feet. I mean, that's all we got to do. We got to work on it. It's hard work every day in practice. The way we practice, the way we play. So that's how we come out.
Yeah, definitely. So be a little while until we see you guys here back at the Murray Center, but good luck on that 3-game road stretch, and hopefully you get a couple wins along the way.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much, Jenna. And as you said, Andrew, it'll be February 6th at UMass Boston, February 10th at UMass Dartmouth, and February 13th at Southern Maine. 3 big conference games, away conference games, and the Anchorwomen really got to be able to build momentum, hopefully come up with the next 5 in a row to end the season.
Yeah, I mean, she made a great point, is that the conference isn't over. I mean, you know, those are the games you got to show up to. So, I mean, I can understand having some low energy tonight and whatever. I mean, I wouldn't read too much into it just because it's just a frustrating game. But I think where it becomes a problem is if you let that get to you and it carries over, you know, an important game against UMass in the next game. You can't let that carry over at the start of that game because, as I said, very important, and seeding for the conference tournament on the line, and just can't let that happen.
Absolutely. And of course, after those 3 away games, we'll be back here at the Murray Center on February 17th, taking on Western Connecticut, and then February 20th against Keene State. Both big rival games, really.
Yeah, definitely.
But after that Keene State one, February 23rd will be the Little East Conference quarterfinals.
Yep, and don't know where those games will be played yet. Seeding still up for grabs, but we'll see what happens, Mike. We had a home game last year with the Anchormen, and it was a nice sight to see. It was definitely a fun game to do. So
Yes, there was.
we'll see what happens. Those conference tournaments can get crazy. You never count anybody out. We saw what Keene did last year, knocked out the top 2 teams in the conference. As Coach comes over, we'll have a word with him.
Anyway, Andrew, we got Coach Senecal standing by.
Here with Coach Senecal. Coach, a tough game for you guys, very tough opponent. Let's talk to Jenna about it a little bit, but what do you think in a game like this, playing against this team, that you can kind of take out of it and use as a positive, or even if you want to go as a negative, or try something to work on?
I just thought our effort, you know, for the most part, wasn't the same effort we had on Saturday, and I don't know why. You know, you thought after a nice win on Saturday against Eastern, you'd come out. You know, I mean, the first quarter is a decent first quarter. You know, but we just didn't rebound the ball. You know, we have a game plan, help side defense. You know, boom, they throw it over the top. No weak side help. Number 33, she shoots 13% from 3-point land. She hits 2 tonight in the first half. You know, because we don't defend. You say hand down, man down. While our hands are down, we're down. Boom, she buries 2 threes. So 11-point game. Take those 2 threes away. It's a 5-point game and half. It's just the little things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we got to get better at it.
Mm-hmm. And definitely, I agree with you there, Coach. And you know, going into this stretch, you got 3 games on the road. How do you prepare the team? I mean, just kind of 3 straight games away from home, and like trying to mentally prepare yourselves for that stretch.
Well, we're going to give the day off tomorrow to regroup, you know, and then we're going to come back and we'll practice. You know, we got to go on the road to practice. You know, we're going to Bryant to practice Thursday and Friday. But you know, we're going to have to come ready to work, because it's not going to be an easy one at UMass Boston. But we can. Yeah, I mean, it showed with effort and the way we played on Saturday, we could beat anybody in our conference.
I agree with you 100%, Coach. And speaking of that UMass Boston team, played them already here at the Murray Center. What do you think you guys can do differently compared to the first time around to try to take it to them at their home court?
Well, we got to make sure that we don't allow dribble penetration. They got to the free throw line too many times here. You know, we held the leading scorer, one of the best players in the conference, I think, to 9 points and 6 rebounds. You know, when she was averaging a double-double. You know, so we did the job defensively like we were supposed to, except that we didn't do the job defensively on the perimeter. We allowed too much dribble penetration, and we fouled too much.
Definitely. And Coach, it'll be a 3-game road stretch before we see you again. Hopefully you guys pick up a couple wins, and we'll see you back here in a couple weeks.
We'll get a couple. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Coach. That'll wrap up tonight's broadcast as the Anchorwomen fall to Tufts University 60-41. From Mike Giamarco, I'm Adrian Spaziano. Have a good night.